We're doing it.
Yes, Cameron.
It's me.
KILLA Cam for the algorithm, bro. This is literally just for that. I was like, I don't want this to become just ranting about YouTube, even though that's literally the
Hmm.
name. But
Yeah.
it's what we need. It's what has become of this. Like it's you have to do things to feed the algorithm. Like a video of some guy playing with his cat is not going to get is not going to blow up. That's not what's getting 25 million views. Like you used to see like a dog falling over and they'd be like, "Oh,
That was
that's
it,
the
yeah.
viral hit." That's what we're all watching. That's what it's like. It has to be a 2 hour long podcast or something. That's
Or a video condensed into 1 minute and overlaid with some paint mixing on the bottom.
oh yeah. Oh
Subway
yeah.
Surfers. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do with my shorts from now on. When I make shorts, I'm just gonna have the top third is me, and then the middle is paint mixing, and the bottom is Subway Surfers,
Or one of those
and
like
that'll be what my
fake
shorts look like.
those fake advertisements for games that don't actually exist.
Yeah,
I love that. I love seeing an ad for. I'm like, this game actually looks fun. Too bad it doesn't exist. Like,
yeah.
where it's like some guy like running and he's like shooting all these things, and I'm like, this looks like such a fun. Why don't they just make that game? Why
And
why
then you
don't
go to
they
the actual
actually
game, and it's
make
like
that
Candy
game?
Crush. And you're like,
Yeah,
great, cool.
like make that game. Make that game.
Yeah, something better.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but we're here with Cam and Awesome. We're in here.
even awesome.
That's I awesome is just I've decided that at 15 and it's forever.
Yeah, it lives on
It's forever.
to this
Would I
day.
would I change it potentially and just well because I don't know I don't want my name out
Right,
there
you know your
even though
name.
it's but it decided it I decided it at 15 that's my online alias and it will be that until I die. So we're here.
Long
We're
live
here
awesome.
for the algorithm. Oh yeah, this literally came to mind before this because I was scrolling through while you were having your Jewish formal family dinner around candlelit family dinner with yarmulkes on and stuff.
In
Uh,
which, well, yeah, go ahead. And then I'll.
I was the Morgan Spurlock's death is keeps coming up on my feed.
I'm
He's
outing myself as not.
the Supersize Me guy.
Oh, is that why everyone's talking about him? I was like,
Yeah,
why is everyone talking about Supersize Me on Twitter?
he died recently.
I'm so out of the loop. I'm like, why? What makes us all start talking about Supersize Me out of nowhere? What did he die of? Liver failure?
Probably.
Probably.
Did they make you
Oh
watch that?
no.
Was it liver failure? I don't even know.
Well, I'm on his Wikipedia and it says sexual misconduct.
Oh, what did he do? Oh, was he
Uh,
spurlocking? Oh no.
he came out kind of unsolicitedly in the midst of Me Too and said, "I've come to understand after months of these revelations that I'm not some innocent bystander. I'm also part of the problem."
He
He
got
had
ahead of the
committed
game.
sexual misconduct in the past, cheating on his past wives and girlfriends, as well as settling a sexual harassment allegation brought by his assistant at his company. And he was also accused of sexual assault while in college.
He got ahead of the game. He Eminem'd himself. He was like, I'm gonna tell you. He did like the 8 Mile where like
Yeah.
he unloaded the enemy's gut. But that's not something. That's not a grenade. I mean, don't sexually harass people. But that I don't think you
That's,
can like.
yeah.
I don't think you can get ahead of that. Like that's. You
Yeah.
can't be like I am a bum. I do live in a trailer with my mom. Like you. That's not something that you can
Yeah, it
do.
doesn't really hit the same.
But
Oh man.
that's wild. But Morgan Spurlock, did they make you watch? Okay. So our school, I went to a very underfunded ghetto school that was
Hmm.
also it was halfway ghetto, but it was halfway like heavy artistic. So it was a weird
Interesting.
like there was like the theater kids, and then it was just generally underfunded. Like say there was like a class with like 20 people, they would only give out like 7 math books, and we had to all bundle around a table and share the math book that was all like torn and frayed. So
Hmm.
we had substitutes all the time, and they wouldn't teach. They would just have us watch a movie. So I probably saw Supersize Me in my whole school career. I had to have at least seen it 60 times, at least 60 times. I've
Wow.
seen Supersize Me, because they would put it on that in Greece. You know when they drag in that TV on the tray on the cart
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
the big square TV. Anytime a substitute teacher was there, or the teachers that didn't feel like teaching that day, it was we're watching Supersize Me or Grease. I don't know why
Wow.
those were the options. They all had that same VHS of of Supersize Me and Grease to go around. But we watched this movie a lot. I seen so much Morgan Spurlock. Oh, and there was one teacher. He was like a edgy, like he was heavy into like liberal before it was like the internet era. Like this was maybe like 2008, and he had us watch Capitalism: A Love Story. So that was a
Oh.
documentary that he
Huh.
had us that he had us watching all the time. But yeah. So did you watch this movie? Did you watch?
I've
Super
never
Size
seen
Me?
it. My dad, when I was little, talked about it a lot. He'd be like, "Supersize me, supersize." He was like super anti fast food,
Oh
and was
man.
like, "I watched this documentary called Supersize Me, and this guy got fat." And I'd be like, "Okay, that's a whole okay." So now I have to decide how much I want to disclose. Um,
How much of your life? How much of your
how much of
life?
my life am I
And
gonna
this is
put on
one take
display in the
Jake. This is
pilot
one
of our?
take Jake.
Yeah, I don't need take two. Um,
That would be a great podcast name, One Take Jake.
One Take
But
Jake. Yeah. All of our.
but
I
yeah.
should have just kept my thing as a cool, so we could be a pimp and a cool.
But then you're not advertising. You have to.
But then I'm not
advertise, bro.
advertising, and we need that self promo.
We're not big. We're not.
Yeah. In another life, we have a Jake and Amir themed podcast.
I would
So,
love to do a podcast just dissecting Jake and Amir episodes, even though they already have that podcast themselves.
but we'll do our own version. Be like, I watched these when I was in. I have been like rewatching those lately, and realizing how like formative they were on me as a younger kid. Being like, oh, these like shaped my sense of humor. Like
Oh yeah,
these,
same.
and so many things that I'm like, oh, I didn't even remember that came from here. And like they just hold up. They hold up
They hold
so much.
They
So yeah.
it's like it's just good humor. Like it's like when you watch like a good like how we just watched Casablanca recently, where like it's just a good movie. It's written well. Like any good writing, like
Jake and Amir is the new
good writing holds.
Casablanca.
It is. It's on the same level. Good writing just holds up. If something is written well, it holds up. Like
Yeah.
it's a timeless vibe. It didn't rely on like viral moments. I mean, there was some like sponsored episodes where you're like, oh, that's randomly repping that Homefront TV. Like, did you see that latest episode of Homefront? I'm like, okay, this is a sponsored
Yeah.
thing. But
I will say though, I mean, it worked because when I was in like middle school, I have this distinct memory of like I was going to buy razors and I saw the Schick Hydro, and I thought of Schick Hydro challenge, and he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Why don't you talk to my Schick Hydro?" And I was like, "That's so funny. I'm gonna buy a Schick Hydro." So I am the prime consumer. I'm exactly what they wanted.
You fell for it.
Yeah.
But anyway, how did you said you didn't want to divulge too much of your this how did
Oh.
we get Oh, your dad fast food and you're like, I don't want to divulge too much of my of my home life or something.
Well,
I don't know.
You know what? You know what's funny is I was gonna say if the podcast gets a little bigger, maybe I'll talk about it. But like that's not how this works. You don't say, "Oh, I'll give you more details of my personal life if we get more viewers." But
Oh, man.
yeah, there's lots of things that I'm thinking about saying that I'm like I shouldn't say that, and I gotta be one take Jake. We don't need to be cutting things out of this.
But it's like we needed that movie to know that eating McDonald's every day for a month is bad for you. Like that's
But
what
apparently,
we needed.
so I've heard from all the Twitter things that I've seen about it. Like they also had someone in the video who also ate McDonald's every day but was fine.
In the documentary, as many times as I've watched that documentary, it's amazing how I guess since it's related to school, you kind of push that information into like a a dark crevice of your mind. Like, I don't want to remember this, but
Yeah.
but I don't.
I
Was
wonder
there
if
someone
they're.
along with him? Was there a guy? Do we need to watch that movie? Is that
I
is
was just
that a
gonna
thing?
say we could. That would actually be. That would be funny to
A
watch
tie-in?
Supersize. And then are there? Oh, there are video essays about it. Because I was like, maybe I'll do a deep dive into it. But
But it
it
was
ain't.
always,
What is it? It ain't fun if it's been done.
hey,
Amir Blumenfeld.
you can do it again. Do it. Just keep
Yeah, I could do it
that.
again.
Rehash it. It's a new take.
Yeah.
But I saw that and I was like, even when I was like watching that, I was like in the 6th grade. I was watching that for the first time, and I was like, there are things you don't have to get a Big Mac. You don't have to get
Hmm.
a large fry. Like, you could get a salad. You could potentially get a
Right.
balanced meal. You could get apple slices. I'm like, you don't have to get like a milkshake every every single day. This is a choice that you make. I'm like,
Hmm.
this is like, you don't have to do this, man.
Right. Uh, yeah. I should see what other discourse there. I'm trying to remember the discourse that I saw about it.
This is how I
It
feel
was
about
mostly
all
just
these,
that, like.
like, that whole concept of like America is making, which, true, American food is
Mhm.
bad. Like, there's a lot of, like, even though stuff seemingly healthy is full of
Oh yeah, I was just
nonsense, but
talking to someone about that.
like you don't have to. It's your choice. If you
Hmm.
think getting like a giant thing of fries like, that's, you don't have to do that. Like,
Hmm.
it's your choice, man.
Like we're all eating the red 40, but you don't have to supersize your drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
I
watched
don't
this
know.
documentary so many times. I seen it, and oh, and the big thing was that he was alcoholic, and the liver failure
That
was
yeah,
his
that's what I was
own
gonna
thing.
say. He. Oh man, we should watch this.
We we need. I feel like it's. I don't know. Let me see how many views do Super Size Me reactions get.
I
I
think
have to
there's a
see real
second
fast.
one.
There's a second. What did he do? How can
I
you do it
I think I
twice?
saw that. Where is it? Super Size Me 2. Oh, it got canceled because of the whole sexual misconduct thing.
Oh man,
He kind of killed his own career with that. But I
Super
mean,
Size
don't
Me
don't do it in the
reacts.
first place. That's kind of
There's video essays. There's not that many reactions on it. The tragedy of Super Size Me. Do you,
no.
did I ever tell you the tragedy of Super Size Me? The super lies of Super Size Me.
Whoa.
You can watch it for
Oh
free
no.
on YouTube, free with ads.
Yeah.
Morgan Spurlock. That was his name.
No, I'm just. Oh man, McDonald's.
McDonald's is disgusting anyway. I don't like McDonald's. That. What is your
I don't.
ranking of fast food?
Oh, good question.
What's the
Okay,
ranking?
so I don't eat McDonald's a lot, but I had it recently, and I had the McCrispy, and it was like pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but outside of that, I'm not a McDonald's person.
We got the when I saw you in person, we got fast food, and you got a chicken sandwich. You were
I
chicken
do. I
sandwiching
like
it.
me a chicken sandwich.
I don't like the
Um,
fried chicken. I like a baked chicken. It's too much bread going on for me. Like,
that's
you
fair.
got the bread from the actual bread, then you have the breading of the chicken. I'm like, I don't need this much bread. And then you're gonna get fries with it. I'm like, it's too much. It's
I'm
too
like
much
Oprah.
going
I
on.
love bread, but I don't like fries. Actually, I've always like people are like you don't like fries, except Chick-fil-A fries are pretty good. I'm not really supposed to
The
like
most mid
Chick-fil-A.
fries,
I've got my buy flag in the back, and I'm like, oh, I like Chick-fil-A.
the most mid those waffle fries. Those fries are all right. Those
Like,
fries
what
are
are your
all
favorite
right.
fries?
They're just basic waffle fries, man. What's
What
what's
kind
the
of fries
diff?
do you like?
I mean, if I'm getting fries, I guess I don't know. They're all kind of mid. Fries as a thing. The best fries are the fries I make myself. That
That's so fair.
the
My
fries
roommate
I
makes sweet potato fries sometimes, and those are gas. Like I
yeah.
could, she literally just cuts up sweet potatoes and puts them in the oven. So I guess they're sweet potato bakes,
I
but
mean, if
those
in
are good.
I make my
Yeah,
fries in the air fryer. It's fries. You
that's
put a
that's
little
valid.
You put a little oil on them.
Yeah.
It's a fry.
Mhm.
But I think
Yeah,
the
I
best
guess.
lately, I would have put like I don't know all fast food. The thing I used to love fast food. Well, I used to enjoy it. The thing is,
Hmm.
when you're young and like your mom brings home McDonald's and you're like, oh, I wish we could have McDonald's every day. Like it's like a treat, you know.
Hmm.
And then you get to like 18, you're going to college and you're just eating fast food so often to where
Yeah.
it's like I don't even enjoy this anymore. You're like, it, what was like a fun treat on like a Friday, like oh, mom's bringing home burgers, we're having it, and then it's like
Hmm.
this is the fourth burger I've had this week, and I don't, I don't want this anymore.
I had that happen when I was about to move out of my apartment, like for the summer. We didn't have any food because we had like thrown it all out. And I was thinking like, you know what, I'm gonna DoorDash as a treat. Like I'm gonna DoorDash something. And I was like, I don't I'm
Yeah,
not
I don't
interested
want
in any of
this.
this. I'm like, I don't care. None of
The
this looks
last,
good.
the last thing I got delivered to me, I haven't had food delivered in a while, but the last thing I was like, I got a steak and asparagus. And I was like,
Huh.
I got a steak and asparagus.
Like steak. Where from? Or is it
It was from
somewhere?
like Longhorn or something. Yeah,
Oh,
Longhorn
okay.
Steakhouse.
Interesting.
And it was like $50 and I was like, you know, I don't want a burger. I don't want
Hmm.
pizza.
Yeah.
I got burned out from like age 18 to 23. I was like enough of this. No more.
Yeah. I would get like right next to like the main bar that I would go to on campus, there's a Papa John's that was open till like 2,
Hey,
and a lot of the
that's
time
the
I would just
upside.
be like I'd be like I'm leaving. I would leave the bar and I would get a whole pizza and just bring it home. And I would get the stuffed pizza and I was always like there's so much, this is such a dumb story, but I was like there's so much like cheese in the crust, and I realized that it was just uncooked dough. Like they were consistently undercooking this pizza, and I was like, ugh, okay. And then I stopped eating their pizza for a while, but I
Papa,
would still go for it. Hmm.
I talk. Well, no, that's Domino's. Domino's has the worst pizza to me. I don't like Domino's at all. But
Domino's pan pizza is good. The rest of the pizza kind of sucks, in my experience, in my opinion. But
and for the last like 2 or 3 years, I've been on like majority of my food has been food I make myself, and I'm like, I'll just make a
that's
pizza.
admirable.
Like, I
Hmm.
can't. I can't. And I got the timing. Once you get the timing of like cooking food yourself down, like I'm like I could make a pizza dough myself, and I have it like in the time it would take to call order, and it'll be here in an hour. I'm like
Oh,
I can
sure.
make a pizza myself. Like,
Yeah. Oh man, I hate cooking. Okay. I like 9 times out of 10 the whole process around food. I'm like I hate this.
I
I
love it, bro. I love it.
Oh my god, I hate. I my like best friend loves cooking, and he will take any opportunity to like cook stuff. And he's like, "Do you want to cook with me?" And occasionally I do, and I'm like, "This is so stressful." I'm like, "I don't
What
want to do
about
this."
what about that
Uh,
one video of you making cookies that one time when you were
oh,
wearing
I'll bake.
glasses?
I'll bake all day, every day, but I don't
What?
want to cook.
It's wild because cooking is so much easier than baking. Cooking, baking,
People say that, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
you have to have exact measure. If I'm baking a cake and I
Mhm.
use too much flour, too much of an ingredient, it's fully ruined. But
Oh, I totally.
if I'm making chicken and I throw some meat in a pan, I can just be like, some of this, and it's done. But like you're like, I have to get out measuring cups and like
Yeah.
scales and stuff to bake. Man, it's an ordeal.
I like to play around when I'm baking. I'll just be like, "What if I just put in like like something like butter instead of oil?" Or I'm like, "What if I put in an extra cup of whatever.
Oh
Oh, I'll
yeah,
put in an extra tablespoon of baking powder. Tablespoon. Teaspoon of baking powder. We'll see what happens."
oh, I do bake though. I do bake. Like I bake.
Yeah.
I bake the sourdoughs, cookie. I'm baking all the time, but I'm just. But it's not in it. I mean, I find the all aspects of cooking relaxing. Like I get on my earphones and I'm chopping onions and I'm doing my thing. It's a relaxing thing to me, man.
Oh, I want to get to that point. I need to be a better. I'm like I'll do like work around my apartment. Like fix, like, there was a hole in our wall that I like patched up, and like something broke in my roommate's bathroom. I fixed that. And I'm like, I'll do that stuff. Don't ask me to cook for you. Like, I can't cook. I can't do that, and it's
What
embarrassing.
when you have
But
to cook? What's your meal?
oh god,
What's a
oh, I
thing?
don't even know. I make the simplest stuff. I really like cooking stresses me out. Lately, I've been making a lot of just like versions of eggs because it's just a lot of protein and not a lot of carbs. And I'm like, I'm just gonna eat eggs, which was what I did freshman year of college because it was like peak COVID and the dining halls were like it was just all so bad. But all the dining halls had were rice and pasta and
Oh, so you
occasionally
carbing it up. You were
salads.
carbing
And
it up.
yeah, I was like, I can't do this. So I would go in the morning for breakfast and I would get one of those like styrofoam things and I'd be like, just fill it up with scrambled eggs. And I would just eat like so many eggs and like nothing else because we didn't have, I just had like a mini fridge in the room that I shared with my roommate and I didn't know where restaurants were. And so I was just
You were
eating eggs. I lost
protein.
like 10 or 15 pounds.
That's the key.
And now I'm like, I'm gonna try that again. I'm just gonna eat eggs, nonstop eggs.
So
See how
what
that goes.
what is your like? Give me like a rundown of it. Like what is the meals of Cam? What what are the daily meals? Like you wake up. What do you eat? What do you eat for lunch? Like what do you eat, bro? What do you eat in a
um,
day?
oh man. Um, I don't want to say I try not to. That sounds bad. I I'll either do like I'll have like I literally can't think of what I eat right now. I'll make like sandwiches or bagels or again a lot of eggs recently. I will have phases of like I had for a while these like was it DiGiorno personal pizzas, and I
Oh
would just
man,
eat that, and that would be like my food for the day.
you just eat a
Um,
whole pizza, and that
no,
was it.
like a little pizza, but it would just fill me up. Um, but like I just had, what did I just have? Chicken satay
That's
and
fire.
pad see which is pretty good. And yeah, I don't know.
I pretty much I've been on like a I think in the past like 2 years I've lost like 80 pounds or something, and I've been on that caloric deficit thing, and I've been
Yeah.
this isn't just this. I don't want to get into like whole health
We'll
health
get off the
trauma.
eating thing soon.
I don't want to get into
Yeah.
that. Like I
Oh,
almost
that's good.
died. Like
Hmm.
I almost died. But like it had. I don't want. But I've been on that, and I've been workout regiment all that. But
Hmm.
so I pretty much eat. I wake up at like whenever I wake up, and usually around like 8. I eat like a big. I eat one big meal that's close to like 1,000 calories.
Oh wow.
I'll get like I don't know in general. Like say I'll get like a cup and a half of rice, 3 eggs, maybe like 4 pieces of bacon or like 2 pieces of chicken, and then like a big portion of vegetables and then some fruit. Like I try to get every food group in like one sitting, so I'm good. And then at like later I'll eat like a snack, and then that's it. That's all I eat for the day. That one time I
Hmm.
saw you, that was my one meal. I was like,
Yeah.
when I saw you, I was like, that was my one meal of the day. Nothing else. I'm not eating anymore.
I kind of do like what I was doing near the end of the school year was I would just have fried rice and then I would just eat that periodically throughout the day. Just like fried rice and mixed vegetables, and I just have a little bit, and then a little bit, and that's like
Oh
it.
yeah,
But
carbs are filling, man. That's a good
yeah.
rice. When I was like really broke, living in my apartment, that was like the go-to. It was like you're never starving if you have rice. Like
Right.
if you have rice and running water,
Hmm.
you're good. Like that's and before. So wait, did that egg? Remember when eggs were like $15 a
Yeah.
carton? Did
Hmm.
that hurt you? Did that hurt you?
Oh, I was not on my egg kick yet. So I think I only had to buy like one or two of those. Like, would I have even bought there? I don't even know if I would have bought eggs at the. I'm trying. I probably did. I probably dropped like $13 on a carton of eggs at some point.
I know
But
people who got chickens, who bought chickens just so they could have eggs during
wow,
during that time. They're like, I got 3 chickens, I'm good now. Like,
I'm definitely not doing that. But I will say I've been buying a lot of eggs. I got like an egg holder for our fridge. I need to stop just like scrutinizing the conversation we're having. I got this egg holder for my fridge at school, and it holds like 36 eggs or something.
oh yeah,
And I just buy eggs like crazy because I've been making a lot of eggs. And I saw my roommate one day, and she like toasted a bagel, and then she put like 4 or 5 eggs in a pan and scrambled them, and then like put the scrambled eggs on top of the bagel. And I was like, girl, that's so many eggs,
protein.
protein like crazy. But I was like, you better start buying the eggs too. Like I didn't know you were eating this many eggs at once.
I get the
Um,
60 pack of eggs from Walmart. You know that like $10 of like 60
oh
eggs.
yeah, they have
But
something kind of like I think they have like a 30 pack at the store near my
that's the
apartment.
key. I don't know what the prices are, but
I'm
in
looking
my
for it.
area and in any Walmart, you can get like a thing of 60 eggs. It's like a and it's $10, 9.99,
Mm-hmm.
60 eggs. I'm like, yes,
Wow. Yeah,
that's the move. That's the
good
move.
to know.
Health, yeah, cooking. This is a cooking show, actually. This.
Yeah. Welcome to I should oh my god. Give me a cooking show. That would be I shouldn't even say that as a joke because that would be so like terrifying for me. It would probably make good content. But
what
just put me in a kitchen and I'd
what
be like,
gives you anxiety about cooking? What is so? Okay, I'm thinking of a basic bake. So say you want to bake some chicken. You take a pan, you put
"Oh my
chicken
god,
in
dude."
pan, you season chicken. That's it. That's
Oh,
it. That's all you need. You put it in the oven. You walk away. You walk away. You're good.
dude, I had to what is it called? Like butterfly cut chicken? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know that. I
Butterfly
know what you're
chicken,
talking
but
about.
oh my god, I couldn't do it. I was like I was just like so nervous. I don't even entirely know why. I have a couple hypotheses as to why food makes me so anxious that relate to just a tumultuous relationship that I've had with food in my lifetime. But I I don't know. I really don't know what stresses me out about it so much. But again, like my best friend is always trying to cook with me and I'm like I don't want
I
to
think
do
I
this.
started cooking early. Like my mom. So like as soon my mom had me do everything as soon as I was tall enough to
Mhm.
reach into the laundry machine. Like I was like 8. She was like, "Well, you're doing your laundry now." So I
Yeah.
was 8 years old, carrying my big thing of like that was nearly as tall as me up the stairs, doing laundry. Soon as I could like reach a stove, mom was like, "Well, you're cooking now." And then I was just unless it was a holiday, I was not cooked for again. So
Wow.
that's just how it went. There was no like, oh, I'm coming home and mom has dinner ready. Unless it was like, I mean, maybe if it was like a weekend or a
Mhm.
special, like, but it wasn't like a consistent, like, hey, mom, what's for dinner? Like, it was none of that. So I was like frying chicken at age like 14. I'm heating the oil, putting the chicken in the flour, frying it up, doing my thing.
This is my problem. I should have been more self-sufficient because I had like my mom I lived slash live with my mom and my brother, and my mom worked late a lot of the time, so she would get back like late. So it would just kind of be on us to like make our own food, and I would just be like, "Okay, I'm gonna make a turkey sandwich again. Okay, I'm gonna make a turkey sandwich again.
You
Okay, I'm
never
gonna make
took
mac and
that
cheese."
time? You never
I
took that
never was
time
like,
to
"I'm gonna
learn?
learn to cook." I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go be emo or whatever I was doing.
What were
I'm
you,
gonna go
what,
listen to Sleeping with Sirens, not
That was
cook."
the era for you. Well, no, wait, no, because when I was like 15, it was like 2012ish. I want to say 11. I don't math.
Yeah,
But what you never took that? You never took that time. You never like let me learn a recipe. Let me
I
do some.
had. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I never. At a certain point, like it has to just be like, okay, this is my responsibility now. Is that I need to just learn to cook. But
Can you bake chicken? Have you can you bake some chicken? Do you know?
yeah,
Okay.
I could make chicken. I just don't enjoy doing it. I don't like this.
I'm exposing.
I look terrible. I look so bad. I don't like when food takes any time to prepare. I'm like,
Bro, chicken.
I don't. Ugh.
I mean, I guess if you're counting cook time, yeah, but you can do stuff while it's cooking. Baked
Yeah.
chicken, you put chicken on pan, you
Just put
season
chicken in
chicken.
the. Yeah.
It's like 5 minutes of prep to
Yeah.
bake chicken. It's not
I
like.
just. I'm so like, if I do this wrong, like, I could get some pretty serious diseases. Like,
Some
if
pretty
I
serious
undercook
diseases.
this, I could, like, I'm gonna end up with salmonella because I didn't cook it right. And then.
I've eaten many of undercooked chicken in my day, and I'm good. I'm
Yeah, I mean,
alive.
it's probably fine. But.
As long as you're not buying chicken from sketchy, that's the reason you
Right.
have to, like, as long as, because, like, in theory, like, say we were, like, in an apocalyptic situation and we stumbled across and we, like, killed a chicken and ate, as long as that chicken is healthy and it's not, like, infected with, we could just eat that chicken raw, like, like, that's a thing that we could do.
Sure.
Hey, I mean, we might not be. It might not. We're not used to it, but like we could do it. Like theoretically, a human should be able to like kill a bite into like a deer as long as it's a healthy animal. Wait, do you eat your? Are you one of those psychopaths that eats well done steaks? Are you eating well done steaks? Are you?
I'm not eating well done steaks.
Are you eating medium steaks?
I'm getting blue rare, baby.
Good, good. I'm.
Yeah, I'd probably get like medium rare. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you. That's a correct
Yeah.
answer. That's a
That's so funny.
gun
I
to your
gotta make
head.
a video about lab grown meat.
I would
What do
eat
you
some
think
lab
about?
grown meat.
I would eat some lab
meat.
grown meat.
That
I've
doesn't
had enough
bother
of
me.
these people saying they don't want lab grown meat for like just really dumb reasons. If I'm given a good reason to oppose lab grown meat, I will. Like, sure. But
What is
everything
the
I've seen is
argument
like
against it?
the vibes. It's all vibes based, which is why my video is going to be called "Lab Grown Meat and the Politics of Vibes," because it's all just like John Fetterman posted that it was like a picture of the machine that you use to make lab grown meat, and he's like, "This is what lab grown meat is made in," and it's like, yeah, how do you think beer is made? Like everything is made in a machine. Like, what's your point?
Everything is like it's like when people say like this food is processed. I'm like everything is processed. Like unless you're doing it yourself, it's processed. Like those like natural chips or whatever natural snacks you buy, they're processed. Like
Yeah,
it's still processed.
it's the same thing as like, oh, GMOs in our agriculture, and it's like, okay, have you seen what bananas used to look like? Have you seen what watermelons used to look like? Like, yeah, we genetically modified those.
It's the way.
But
This is the way.
this is how it goes.
Honestly, I would eat bugs if it was made in an appetizing way. That's what we shouldn't have to, but that's what
I
it
know
looks
that's
like
the
we're
that's
going.
the
That's the future.
that's what they say. They go, oh, the left wants you to eat bugs.
If I had to.
What was there was something I was gonna say related to that. I don't remember what it was now.
You were talking about genetically modified meat.
Yeah, I don't remember. Sort of going back to the cooking. Oh yeah, going back to the cooking thing. I have like, it's funny that you say that about laundry because I remember freshman year of college, I have a lot of guy friends who texted me at the beginning of freshman year just like a picture of the washing machine in their dorm, and they're like, "What do I do?"
Dude, that
I was
shocked
like, "You
me.
never used a washing machine?"
Dude,
But
I remember when I first went to college. When I first went to college, that was like my first time leaving my area, I guess, when I was and there was a bunch of white boys that they didn't know how to cook, they didn't know how to do laundry. That was like, it was a culture. That was also the first time I ever met an openly LGBT person. I grew up, I don't know, that's a discussion for another time of like of therapy and like LGBT stuff in the black community, in the urban black community. That's that's a thing. It's just not. I mean, it exists because there's tons of people I've seen on Facebook who have like I'm like, ooh, they're gay now. I'm like, well, they were always gay, but now they're openly gay, and they weren't at the time. But
It's funny you say that. There was this Jubilee video that I was watching someone watch because everything is derivative in my life.
I love how you never watched the original thing.
I didn't watch. I wouldn't watch that Jubilee video. I watched Tony Ko watch the Jubilee video. God damn it. But it was like
never seen. Cam has never seen a movie in her life.
I don't. What is that?
She just watches people watch. Not even watching them watch it. She watches people talk about the movie, like in the.
And sometimes watch it. How do you know? I did see. What's the last movie I saw? It's the last movie that I saw that I wasn't like doing for a video. Oh, I just watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with my friend, and it was not great. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked it. It was a good movie.
People love it. I think I went in with really high expectations though. Like people were like, this movie destroyed me, and I was like, I'm heartbroken. Like I don't know. I was worried. I was like, if I watch this in the wrong environment, like what if this just destroys me for the next like 2 weeks? But it didn't. And then I was like,
you were okay? You were all right?
I was fine. Yeah. I'm trying. I remember the credits rolling and me looking at my friend and just being like, yeah, I'm not crying. I was like, I thought I'd be crying. I'm not. I'm alright.
Wait, I'm looking up. I have to show you the trailer for this movie because this trailer is the most misleading trailer in the world. But yeah, just keep going.
What's the other movie that I'm thinking of that I watched recently was Poor Things. I don't know if you've seen that. That would be a crazy movie to watch on the channel. I
saw clips of it on Twitter, and it was just nudity. So
I had no idea what I was in for. I literally deciding what I should say online. Well, okay.
You just got
semi-related to that.
OneTakeJake.
My ex had a very positive Letterboxd review of it, where he was like, "This is." What did he say? He was like, this is a beautiful reflection on like love or something. And I was like, I want to know what he means by that. I was like, what do you mean it's a beautiful reflection on love? X. So I went and saw it with a friend, and I had literally no idea what it was going to be. And it just like, the first sex scene, it's just like smash cut to it. Like it comes out of nowhere. And I mean, not really. It does. The nudity comes out of nowhere. They show her for a second.
Oh. Wait. I'm just gonna keep this in the back. But yeah.
Well, the one thing I knew about it, I knew that I saw an article that was like Emma Stone on full frontal nudity in Poor Things. And I was like, oh, okay, so there's gonna be nudity in this. And there's a shot at the beginning where she's like lying in bed and you can kind of see one nipple. And I was like, they wrote an article about this? And then it just like smash cuts to a sex scene. And I was like, oh.
Whoa, and then there was more to come.
Yeah. Come.
That wasn't intentional, but it worked.
But it worked. Alright, so what's this trailer?
Dude, this trailer is so very misleading. It's like, it doesn't even make sense. Just watch this trailer.
Hello, I'm Howard Mirziak, founder and president of Lacuna Incorporated.
Oh.
Why remember a destructive love affair? Here at Lacuna, we have perfected a safe, effective technique for the focused erasure of troubling memories. In a matter of hours, our patented non-surgical procedure will rid you of painful memories and allow you a new and lasting peace of mind you'd never imagined possible.
This is a hoax, right?
I assure you, no.
Is there any risk of brain damage?
It's on a par with a night of heavy drinking. Nothing you'll miss.
Imagine you watch this trailer and like this is not the tone of the movie.
Yeah, this is so zany. I wonder if I would have liked it better if I had seen this, which is weird.
You
But
saw the trailer?
I thought it was going to be so like intense and like heartbreaking, which I guess it is, but I I just thought it was going to be so it was a lot sillier than I expected it to be. So I wonder if I had gone in expecting it to be silly and then it was kind of serious, would I have been like, "Oh, wow."
Oh, if it like
Instead of
caught
going
you
in
off
expecting it
guard.
to be serious and then it was silly.
What, it was
Yeah.
too silly for you? Usually that movie, they're like, this is a very depressing film, a dark time, and gonna have
No,
my
I thought it
drink
was
with it.
I thought it was really silly. Maybe I just wanted something that was more depressing. Maybe I
It
really
was
wanted I was like,
the
I
I,
want something that's gonna tear me apart.
I guess it was. It's like the idea of like being so torn up about a relationship that you have it removed from your memory, and then
Can relate.
getting it in a cycle where like you both get it removed, and then you meet each other again, and then you're
I
like,
thought that was a cool concept, yeah.
and then again, but it's like you're doomed to face the same cycle again. I think that's kind of
Hmm.
like the depressing thing of it is like to go through all that and then to just try it again, like
Yeah.
just when I was
They
because
were
we
hopeful,
reacted to
but
that
like, was
movie.
that gonna work out? Oh, did you?
We reacted to that
Maybe I'll
movie.
watch your.
Watch us react it, guys. Whoever like
Oh,
the 20 people who will watch this pilot, but
yeah.
they probably already watched if they're coming
Hmm.
from my channel. But
Yeah.
so the whole time I was thinking, what is their insurance plan? Is this covered under insurance to get this
Yeah, true. It's
memory
gotta be so
erasure?
expensive.
Because they get it, and apparently they got it before. Like they, like because you know
Right.
how they erased their minds of each other before. Like I'm
Hmm.
like, this is like what does this cost? I had like a skin infection problem, and I had to
Hmm.
get like I'm like that was like $100 something just to get that checked out. Like what is this? What is this
Right.
covered under? What do you? Is this a health? Is this a like an essential thing? Like what is this classified
Hmm.
under? Mental health?
Yeah. Is it covered by insurance? That's funny. Shit, what was I just gonna say about that? What were we talking about with the movie? That it was kind of
Eternal
silly and
Sunshine. You thought it
zany.
was too silly.
It
You
was too
thought it'd be
silly.
darker. X erasure.
Oh, well, okay. So, yeah, I think I was not expecting there to be like a tiny Jim Carrey in a little kid's pajamas being like, "Me, me, me." But that moment of like, help, help, I want to get out of here. It reminded me of like a bad, like literally a bad trip. Like it reminded me of, I think you've mentioned you like don't take your details. I've done, I don't know.
I'm
I've
straight
done
edge.
psychedelics.
I'm straight
Is
edge.
my experience. I've had experiences when doing psychedelics where I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be done. I want to be done. I'm like, I never mind. I like the first.
That's why I never did it because everyone is always being the one sober guy around a bunch of people terrifyingly tripping. I'm like, yeah,
Mhm.
this is not something I ever want in life. Like
Yeah,
that.
I had like I've had nice times that were preceded by, oh my god, I don't want to do this. What's going on? I don't want to do this. Never mind. And then you're like, oh, it's too late. Like I can't back out. And I was like, oh, this is, I get that feeling. I thought the first, I need to stop hesitating. The first time I did shrooms, I thought I was disappearing.
You're
I
so
was like, oh my
scared.
god, I'm disappearing. I was like, I literally was like, please tell my mom I love her, and I like made my friend go tell my mom because I was like, I'm never gonna see her again. I'm disappearing.
You thought you were just
But
erasing from the world.
and then I was like, oh, I'm having a good time. Like that faded, and then I was like, oh, I'm fine.
Oh, but this kind of relates back to how we were talking about like college and people not knowing any like. So that was the big culture when I went to college. It was like my first time out of my area. So I went
Mhm.
there and I'm seeing like I've known I grew up around white people. Like I went to church and I had white friends and stuff. But it was like it was like the first time like it'd be like trading stories. They'll be like, yeah, back in my school, like I got in a car accident. And I'd be like, back in my school, my friends got shot. Like it was like it was like a whole cultural disconnect
Yeah.
where I was like, what you mean? It's not a common thing for like. I was like, this is wild. These people just live comfortable lives where they just like they do this stuff and they don't have to worry about this kind of thing. So it was like a big like disconnect where I was like learning the world for the first time, and I'm like, these people they don't even know how to do their laundry. They never been to funerals. Like this is a cushy life that they lead up in here.
I would ask. No, I guess I shouldn't ask. I was curious where you went to college, but I guess maybe
I
that's
mean,
too.
Ohio, Midwest,
Yeah, somewhere in Ohio.
somewhere in Ohio.
Um, what's that? Is it called somewhere in? Oh, possibly in Michigan. It's like this short film that was the audio from it would trend on TikTok, where it would be like, "Oh no, 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 no." Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was a I was loved possibly in Michigan when I was in like I don't know when I was like 15 or whatever. That became trendy.
Oh, it
Um,
trended. Was a trending movie?
it was trending in the alt community, if you will.
Oh yeah, but I brought that up to say
Oh yeah,
I never did drugs or drink because of that. Because
sure.
I had this fear that is like I mean, I never had any interest in, like, it's just like, I mean, you know me. It's just I not
Hmm.
really in my personality to like be doing that. But like I guess I always had this fear. I was like, the one time I'm like I smoke weed or something, they're gonna come for me. Like I
Hmm.
was like, that'll be the time. Like that'll be the time they come for me.
I have a history of alcoholism in my family, and also
Same.
growing up with an alcoholic parent was like I was so terrified of alcohol, but like
Oh
my
yeah,
friends were all drinking, and the first time I drank, I was so scared. But
yeah,
I've ended up being fine. I like don't drink a lot, and I'm fine about it. But I know what you mean with that. Like I was like, I have one drop of this, and
yeah.
it's gonna ruin my life.
Yeah, I grew up with my because neither of my parents drink. Because my grandfather was like not an abusive alcoholic. Like he was a business owner, and
Hmm.
he was a black business owner in like the 40s and stuff. So that's like
Hmm.
that's a feat. And he was like very talented, but like my mom would always just talk about how he was just drunk all the time, and
Hmm.
it was like, and it ended up killing him eventually, like early onset heart attack. And so she doesn't drink at all. Like she's like terrified of drinking. So I just didn't grow up in a house where alcohol was there,
Hmm.
and I have like a really good relationship with my mom. So I always, not that I feel like your parent should hold you back, like you should do, but
Hmm.
it's like I guess if I really wanted to drink alcohol, I would, but I never wanted it enough to, like, it's not something I feel like I need. Like I feel I don't need to anything to loosen up. Like I'm always loosened and relaxed all the time. So,
Yeah, then by all means, yeah.
but like yeah, I always
Yeah.
was just terrified. And like I know several people who that's how they died. Like these people were like straight up like, I don't want to, again, I don't want to I mean, I guess there's no, if the people are not alive, it's not like
Hmm.
you can really slander them, like, or like a case or something that they've done. But I don't want to. But like, like like gangsters, like like these are
Uh-huh.
like like I know that they were alert all the time. Like you never catch them slipping, and then they're like, that's the time they die. Like they're drunk, someone pulls up on them,
Yeah.
they air out the block. It's over. Like I don't want that. So
Yeah.
it's just any like substance. I'm like, I feel like I need to be alert all the time, like all the time.
I definitely feel that. I think in terms of like certain I think I think psychedelic drugs are kind of fun, and also like they, at least from what I've seen, like when done in the right circumstances and stuff, can be good for certain like mental health
Yeah,
issues. So I'm like, cool. But then at the same time, I'm like, my my common thing the couple times that I've done it is that like when it first starts kicking in and I can't like control my body the way that I normally can, I'm like, fuck this. I'm like, I hate this. And then once I'm like in it, then I feel more in control. But that feeling of like, I remember, what was it? I like smoked weed with a friend once and I couldn't feel my arms.
Oh.
And I was like, nope, nope, nope. I was like, this is terrible. I hate this. Like I want to be in control. I was like trying to lean back and I couldn't tell where my arms were and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. So I know that feeling of like wanting to be in control.
I can see the fun of it if you're like at home. Like if you're in a safe place, you're with your friends and your arms go numb. I mean, it's still terrifying, but if you can't feel your arms, and
yeah, like you know you're gonna be okay,
and you're chilling, I'm like, okay, that's a fun story. Or like you're drunk, you're at home, but the idea of like being under the influence of anything outside of the house, in like a uncontrolled environment, like when I'll go to bars just to get wings or something, and if I'm there and I'm seeing someone belligerently drunk, I'm like, man, they could get robbed. They could get. I don't want this to be YouTuber. They could get
they could get other things.
They could.
Yeah.
Anything could happen to them. And I'm not any gender. I'm any gender. Like anything you could get killed. Like anything could happen to you. Like I just don't. The idea of I gotta be alert all the time, and I've always sort of been like the leader of my friend group as well, or like if I'm in my, like I've always been like the lead, so I'm like looking out for all my people. So if like I'm like I feel like I have to take care of myself and everyone else around me, so I'm like I gotta be like head on a swivel all the time. Like I'm coming in, I'm like entrance, exit, like that guy's walking in. No, he's not armed. Like that's me all the time. I'm like I'm just checking everyone.
My friend got on me for doing that. We were at like a bar, I think, and there was some song and he was like trying to like sing it with me and I couldn't hold eye contact with him. I kept like looking around and like seeing who was like near. I was like, who's behind me? Like, who's looking at the door, looking at like all the people? And he was like, just look at me. Like, what are you doing? He's like, what are you looking for? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just on alert. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm glad others can just be at a bar and just not feel like they're gonna be attacked at any moment. But but that's not me. That's just not me.
There was a girl in my when I was in a sorority. She was just like a giant liability because she would get like blackout drunk and then like run out into the street or like start like jumping into groups of strangers and we would have to like be like, hey, like stop it. And I was like, oh my god, I just never want to do that. Like I never want to reach that point.
I hate when people make it unsafe for you. Like when they're like, hey, did you know that we're staying at this location alone tonight? And we'll like when they're like at a bar and they start announcing and our next 3 stops will be here and we'll be alone here and we'll be alone here. And tomorrow at this time we're going to be alone here. I'm like, why are you announcing this to people? I hate that, bro. I hate people who like make it dangerous for others, man. That's the worst. I've legit ended, like, you know when you're like hanging out with a friend of a friend and you don't really know the person, but they're friends with someone you know, so you're like, okay, I guess I'll hang out with this person. And then I see them, I'm like, well, I'm never hanging out with this person again. Because this just based on that, like this person told a stranger where we will be, like, and where we're gonna be, like unprotected.
Yeah, I remember.
I hate that.
Yeah, I agree. What are we talking about? I don't know. How do we get to this?
I know you're gonna edit. I know even though this is minimal edits, you're like gonna go through and you're gonna be like, edit.
No, I won't. Look, I won't. I'm not gonna edit out the lulls. I'm not gonna edit anything.
Are you gonna one take Jake?
First of all, I'm gonna one take Jake. Second of all, I'm not recording with my camera, so I don't even have to do the. Like, we don't have to do anything. We can just put this as is.
Yeah. Well, I have my camera going, so
Oh,
that's
maybe I should have
that's
had
the
my
only
camera
thing.
going. But
Well, because this camera is
yeah.
mids. Your camera is good. My camera
Hmm.
is like VHS. Hey, blockbuster
Hmm.
scramble footage. You got a painting of my dad doing a sidekick in the 80s.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, that's
I was
my
curious
dad
about
was.
that. That's
He's
cool.
he's a martial artist, like his whole
Wow.
life, and he was like practicing, and some guy just drew him and gave that to him. So
Wow.
yeah,
Very cool.
but
I have.
again, something that the audience can't even see, and if they're
Yeah.
listening, this is nothing.
Nothing. I'm trying to see what set decorations I have.
You have a lot of set. This is a
A lot,
decoration
yeah.
in and of its, because I've seen the fullness of this wall. I've seen
Yeah.
where it cuts off. I know that this
True,
wall
and I've
is
managed
a
to
lie.
frame this. You can't see. It's a lie.
I know that
Ready?
it's a lie.
There it is. And there it is. But right
Pepsi.
here. Oh yeah, I have this thing. I think my mom got it from like some like grocery store that was closing, and they were just like getting rid of. I have no idea.
What is it?
Where this
Is it a
came from.
refrigerator? Is that a drill?
It's like a shelf. It is a drill. I always keep my drill on me because I'm the dad of the apartment slash.
Oh, you're the
I'm the
maintenance.
dad.
Are you a
Yeah.
maintenance person? I can't fix things well. Are you like you're like the you're a crew, so yeah.
Yeah,
you're
I'll
probably
blame it
doing
on
all
that.
kinds of
Yeah, I
stuff.
like fixing stuff. That's where again I'm like I'll be the dad. Someone else in gender roles. Gender roles are good, right? I'll be the dad. Someone else be the mom. Someone else cook. But no, yeah, this is just like it's just a shelf. It's coming very handy. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's a fun little accessory. And I've got a baby picture. There's my picture, right?
Oh yeah. Do I get to see baby cam?
Baby cam. Oh my goodness. Okay. Baby
Hey,
cam.
baby cam.
All you see is all my lights. I was orange because I ate so many carrots and sweet potatoes that my nose turned orange.
You saw the child pictures of me, right? They're like right when you walked
Yeah.
in. They're like right there.
I was like, oh.
They're right there. Like they were like, "Where?" Anyone who enters my house sees me as a baby immediately. Like,
Yeah. That's such a funny thing to like. I feel like you're not like supposed to do that. What I did, which is like
Put baby
go
pictures?
to no
oh,
like
what? Oh,
go to a different state and then just like get in someone's car and go a mile or an hour away. Like I was just staying at my friend's apartment and I was like, I'm gonna go. I'll be back in a few hours. And I just got in someone I met online, just got in their car.
internet stranger. You could have
Yeah.
been this. That could have ended badly. That could
That could have been it. Yeah.
that could. Hey,
But I
thank
guess
you
that's,
for.
that's the nature of the internet. That's how
It's
these
while we
things
were
go.
while we were driving back. I wanted to say, hey, thanks for trusting us, but I'm like, that's a weird thing to say. Like,
Yeah.
because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, hey, this is someone we've never met in person, and now we're gonna go drive an hour, like, and we're going
Yeah.
through like the woods and stuff and farms and like,
I
like
think I had the
wouldn't-
realization when I got in the car. I was like, wow, I'm really doing this.
I wanted to say, "Hey, thanks for trusting us," but that's a weird thing to say in that moment. That's something
Yeah.
you say afterwards, like, like once it goes well. Hey, thanks for. I know this is a weird thing. Thanks for trusting
Thanks
us.
for trusting us.
And
Yeah.
it was weird. I was like, Cam in person. I can't look you in the eyes. I was like,
Yeah.
like,
What do you even do?
But it was fun though. We watched Bo was
It was fun.
Afraid. We.
I've been trying to get my friends to watch Bo's Afraid. They do these movie nights where they'll marathon like 3 movies. We watched, I think, 4 movies the other night because we were all in town for the first time in like a year. And we watched like 4 movies. And I was like, on one of these nights, can we watch Bo is Afraid? And they were like, it's 3 hours long. And I was like, you watch like 4 movies at a time. Like, can we just
That's-
do Bo is
that's
Afraid?
like 2
It'll be 2
movies.
of them. And then we'll just watch another one. But I really want to see them watch Beau is Afraid. Because they also often get really drunk on these
Uh,
movie nights, and I just want to see a bunch of drunk dudes watching Beau is Afraid be like, what? What is
you got to
going
see
on?
that prosthetic Jaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Dude, literally when we were when I was driving back after you had left, I was like, I looked at a noob and I was like, so that was like a beanbag, right? Like, I was like that was like a flesh
What's going on
colored
there?
beanbag, right?
Yeah. I wonder if they have like. I feel like Ari Aster would be the type to not have any like behind the scenes stuff available, but I'd be curious.
You got to get the
How would you do
DVD.
that? The special features.
When was the last time you watched a director's commentary?
Oh man. Oh, there's a minute long behind the scenes for Beau's Afraid. I don't know. I can remember where I was. It was a horror movie, but I can't remember what horror movie. But I remember where I was, and it was at someone's like a friend of a friend's house in high school. So it's been that long. But some horror movie we watched the director's commentary on. Oh, look at this. There was a DVD oh, just kidding. I saw it on Reddit. It's like, here's the entire behind the scenes from the DVD of Beau is Afraid. But this
Is
video
it
is
like
no
a
longer
gag?
available due to a
Oh.
copyright claim by A24. So I guess we had to get the...
Noob watches director's commentaries a lot because he's an old man on the inside because I guess by virtue of growing up not on the internet. You are way more of an internet person than I am. I was like in and out, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Compared to you, I guess this is like the progression. You're like internet child. I started getting heavily on the internet maybe at like age 15, 16ish. And then Noob got on the internet maybe at like the age of 25. That's when he first started getting heavily on the internet. So it was a progression. So he has the spirit of an old man just for that. So he buys DVDs and VHS tapes and he'll watch the director's commentary. And he always brings up do you remember those Death Race movies? I swear there's like 6 of them. They're like it's a movie series about like I guess this race where it's like a deadly race. Like they have all these souped up cars with like blades and guns. And the winner
I've definitely seen these like covers, yeah. The
yeah,
winner...
I think they're like prisoners. The winner might get out of jail. Each movie has a different premise, but anyway, the winner is the
David
only
Carradine
one.
was in one of them.
Yeah, your boy David.
My
Carradine.
boy David Carradine.
The winner is the only one who lives, basically. But there's I think the third one. He always talks about how the director was clearly gay for a very particular actor, because he's like every time that guy was on screen, he is just like, oh, the abs, I love this man. Like he's like,
That's funny.
it makes me want to watch the Death Race 3 director's commentary just to see what he was talking about, because he says the way the movie was shot and like the things that director says, like that guy was into that main the male lead in a very special way. Like
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
It is wild that an hour has already went by. That was like
I know, right? I was
that's
gonna say,
such a
how
quick
long are
hour.
how long are we going?
How do you want this to be? There was really no. We need to think of a format.
We gotta figure something out.
I mean, I think this was fine. This was fun. This was a good pilot, like a good banter. Because I think we've been like talking to each other for like
a bit now.
3 years, but
Something like that.
3. It's 2024, and
Yeah, started in like 2022. Yeah.
yeah. Yes, maybe like 2, probably like 3 years, close to 3
Yeah.
years by now. So yeah, I think like talking to you for like a few hours, I'm used to that. That's a thing that's not like a difficult task. You know, some people, it's just like, I can't hold a conversation this long. But yeah, with you, I'm like, this is fine. But yeah, we need a format. We need like a thing, bro. You know what I keep seeing with a podcast, even though I don't watch podcasts, but shorts of podcasts that I see is blind rankings, that seems to be the thing that people are doing all the time. Where like they'll
Oh,
blind rank,
interesting.
like say it'll be like blind rank a random blind rank food items or something, and I don't know, they get like 500,000 upvotes just from, oh,
Wow.
you're really gonna put donuts at 1 when you don't even know that what's coming next? Whoa, how bold of you! Crazy,
That's so
500,000 views right there.
That's like, yeah, I was gonna say I see them reading like "Am I the asshole?" a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's a little bit old by now, but
No,
I
no,
remember I
that's
would see those a lot on TikTok where they would
there's
just read "Am I the
entire
asshole?"
Smosh is doing that today. Smosh is
Oh, are
doing that
they?
now. They have like I think the most popular AITA show. I mean,
Wow.
that could be a thing. I think that there's like an endless stream of content if that's the case. If you
Yeah,
wanna if you and I feel if you wanna start doing that, that's great. But
we could do segments. We could do all of it. We could
so
do reading off
it's
Reddit. We could do
yeah,
blind ranking.
blind
What
rankings, and then
else?
there's like tier lists. Tier list
Sure.
is also a thing that people do. Tier listing anything, like
Hmm.
tier listing women. That's a thing I see all. And they just throw general
Interesting.
women. Like you might see like Celine Dion, and then you see the Queen of England, and then you see like the Wendy's girl. Like it's just random women, which that
Interesting.
seems
That makes.
that seems a bit sexist. But I guess like let's rank the
Yeah,
women. Like
rank women.
like
Yeah, I don't know. We can do all of
who's
it.
your favorite woman? But yeah, but this was fun. I like this, man. How long do you think these should go? How long are the average podcasts that you watch? Like,
I don't know. I think Sad Boys is like 2 hours, maybe, but that seems kind of long. Maybe
yeah.
not. Maybe it's not long. Let's see. Yeah, about
What
an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the episode.
is that counting ad reads? Because if you're counting ad reads, then that's
I don't think it
probably
is
like,
because I don't
oh
know. But now
man,
I'm looking at like Insanely Chill. These are typically about an hour, but sometimes
all
they're
right,
an hour and a half. So an hour to an hour and a half to two
all
hours.
right.
So I think it can be however long we feel like going.
But this is what because if we get ad reads, bro, I know if we ever get to a point where we get ads, well, I don't want to scare away advertisers right away by trashing ads. So let's
Yeah.
sponsor us, please.
I don't know at what point we've gone from.
I love talking about Blue Chew. I love talking about hymns and not balding. These are things I
I've,
see
I've heard good things
sponsoring
about hymns.
podcasts.
What else? What are other things I
There
low
is so
key I
much.
have.
Oh yeah, shave your balls. That's what I
Oh
see all the
God.
time. Manscape. It's the awesome show.
Okay. I was like talking and then I was like, wait, I'm too far away from the mic. You probably can't even hear me. But I share a bathroom with my brother when we're home, and he must have brought most of this stuff to school now. But maybe I have a picture, dude.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! How much is he? Oh no! Does he subscribe? Is he a subscriber?
I don't know. I swear he got a box of it like all at once, and there's so much. I might even have something in here.
Please
He
sponsor
had
us.
so many of these. Oh, where is it? It's called like ball toner.
Oh
And I was like,
no!
that's insane. Can I have one? Because he had like four. And I was like, can I have one of your ball toners? So I think it's in my room at school. But I was like,
Oh
that's
no!
crazy. Manscaped,
Wait,
sponsor us.
sponsor us.
I'll shill your products. I
So
don't
wait,
care.
like, but what does that even mean? What does
I
that
have
even
no
mean?
clue. I have
Toner.
no clue. I think I put it on my arm and it made it kind of soft. So I was like, this is fun. But I'm going to put these back.
Now I have to look this up. What does it do? My gosh, this is ridiculous. Dude, it says the crop manscaped, the crop reviver.
Yeah, that one.
What does ball toner do? Is ball toner necessary? It's one of the best
Of course
natural
it's necessary.
anti-inflammatory healing, a good for one things for you on the planet. Wait, It's one of the best. Yeah, this is wild. So if a bit of grooming irritates the boys, your ball toner will soothe that feeling. Oh, I guess
okay.
it's like if
So
you.
it's like aftershave type deal?
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
The ball toner podcast.
The ball, yeah. That'll have to be, yeah, I was just gonna say, what's this episode called?
Ball, ball toner?
Ball toner. It's gotta be like three things. Like, what do we start talking about?
Ball toner? We started talking about Morgan Spurlock. And
Yeah.
Supersize Me.
Supersize Me, trauma, and ball toner.
Ball toner comes at the end of a grooming routine. You have your ball deodorant to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, the ball deodorant too.
How many?
I mean, I respect.
I respect the cleanliness.
I respect the hustle.
I'm not gonna shame because a lot of men need to be clean. Please be clean.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Manscaped. But I see your ads all the time, and it's all out of context. Like I'll be watching like a guy cook a steak, then out of nowhere he's talking about shaving your balls. I'm like, what? I'm like, cook the steak, bro. Like what's going on here? The saddest thing I saw was a bald guy. It was there's like a YouTube channel called Guga Foods where he makes all these like steaks and stuff, and he's like a bald Latin man, and he was advertising. He had hymns. He had like a hair replacement, and every time he'd be like, "It's already too late for me, but it can't be too late for you."
It's funny.
I'm glad I don't need that, but maybe if I get that hymns ad and I start falling back.
Yeah,
I'll get it.
if it makes my hair grow, but I think hers makes like just a hair growth serum. I was just talking in one of my videos about how I want to grow my hair out long again. It used to be so long, and then I cut it, and then I cut it again. And I'm like, I want it to be long. Hims and Hers sponsor us, so we can get our hair growth serums.
What's that that medicine that like people transitioning take, the spirona.
Fun fact, I took spironolactone. Does it make your hair grow?
I took it too, but it was for because I have heart failure. Yeah.
I took it for my skin for like a week in high school.
But people transitioning take it, and like my hair, well, it was going bad because I was dying, and every part of me was dying. But that's a depressing podcast for another time. But it was literally to the point where like the hair on my chest and arms was falling off. Like my whole body was just dying. Like it was bad. But they had me on spironolactone, not for hair, not like get your hair back right. It was like it's a beta blocker, and I don't know, heart stuff. But they had me on that, and it came back. I'm off it now, but it came back with the quickness. I was like, whoa, my hair was growing quick as ever, bro. Like,
that's crazy. Because I took it, and I power lifted in high school, and I talked about this in that one video where I said that I took, I don't remember how I put it. Oh, an androgen blocker, because it's also an androgen blocker.
Yeah.
Which is why people transitioning take it. But I took it for like a week in high school, and all my muscle mass disappeared. That I'd been building for like 2 years, just gone. And I was like, oh, okay. But then whenever I hear people being like, oh, like trans women have an advantage in sports, and I'm like, bro, your muscle disappears. And also, apparently studies are coming out that they're actually at a disadvantage, but we don't have to get into that because it's a whole other thing.
Yeah, let's talk about the conflict right now. Let's
talk about get into some real touchy territory.
That was like a terrifying. Not that I don't think I have a fragile masculinity. I think I'm pretty okay with I'm okay with. I've never been like I have to do. But when they told me, when I was in that hospital bed and they were like, it's a beta blocker. It'll it'll block some of that testosterone. I was like, what does that mean? Like,
I forgot testosterone like makes your hair fall out. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So when people are like taking medicine to keep their hair, they're blocking a portion of their which also is why people that are taking that, it can have side effects in the bed. Like lowers their libido and all that. But that's I wasn't on it. I wasn't on a rate. Like I was like the level that people take for their hair growth is like times 15 what they had me on. I was on a very
Sure.
small dosage of it, so I can't speak on that, but it was even that small dosage. I was like, what? Testosterone, like that.
Yeah, not my tea.
The frail man within me was like,
Yeah.
even though they were like at the time they're like, dude, you're 24 years old, like you have.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
They're like, you have so much testosterone, like.
Like you're
it
giving me
doesn't
something
matter.
with beta in it,
It's
and
like
it takes
beta
away my
blocker.
testosterone.
It's like no.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
But I took it out and I was fine. But the moment I started taking it, it was like boom, my hair is popping.
Wow.
But I'm not sure if that is because I've always had really strong hair. I'm not sure if I can credit that to spironolactone or me just naturally having really strong hair and me getting healthier and then it in turn coming back again. But I don't know. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, I'm crediting it.
Yeah.
So you took it for your skin? It helped your skin?
I think it helped my skin, but I was so like now I don't lift anymore. I should start lifting again. But at the time I was too like I want muscle, so I stopped taking it. But I was watching an old Dodie video where she was like, "Yeah, I take spironolactone for my skin." And I was like, "Oh, right, that's a thing." But my skin was, well, it was kind of bad in middle school. I forget how bad it was because it overall has been like, I never had like patches or anything of acne on my face, but I would break out a lot.
I never had. Side note: Dodie was the first concert I ever went to in my life. Dodie Clark.
You've seen her live?
Yes, I have a picture with her. I have a picture with
what?
her. Wait, let me hold on. while I tell you this, But what was I? Oh yeah, I would say I never had. I like I said when we last talked. I never had an awkward phase. I never went through the awkward phase. I never went through the awkward phase in my personality, and I never had the pimple breakout era. I've always been been baby faced with it.
Yeah, I don't remember having a pimple breakout era. I never really had them consistently, but I will get like there was one video from the 8th grade time capsule that I was watching where it looked like I had like freckles across my face and they were just pimples. And I was like, that's unfortunate. Like, I'm sorry, girl. You're doing that. Now I just will get them in the same couple places, like here and like here.
Wait, I'm saving them.
If I don't wash my face well enough.
We're like 18 years old. Let me send you these pictures.
That's crazy.
Of us watching Dodie. That was the first concert we ever went to.
I wanted to include it in the 8th grade video, but I forgot to. Pictures of her and then pictures of me in middle school where I look just like her because she was so influential on like how I dressed and acted.
You recorded videos the same way too. Forehead.
Yeah. I was so close to the camera. Yeah. I still have the little, because she had like a fuzzy mic cover, and I still have a fuzzy mic cover.
Oh, you were,
I got just because she had one. Oh, yeah.
I just sent you the Dodie. I sent it in a text.
Okay, yeah. I'm still waiting, but...
Wait, did I send this to the right person? Yeah,
oh no.
I'm like, someone got a picture of us with Dodie.
Well, I'm still waiting for it, but in the meantime...
But yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait,
there they are. There. Oh, it's the whole crew! Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah. Is that Jesse Kale? I forgot they were friends.
Yeah, and Tessa.
Wow, and Tessa. And, oh god, what's his name? I can't remember.
I was like taller, because I'm 5'10", so I had to crouch. I had to like do that lean, because they were all very short people. Like, well, no, Dodie is like my height.
Dodie's tall, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Dodie's my height. But everyone else, I had to matrix lean this to get in frame.
That's crazy. Wow, this is so cute.
Yep, I see. That was the first concert I ever went to.
Wow.
It was like $20. I think it was like her first international tour.
Wow.
Are any of these people canceled? Are any of these people in this image?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
It was a good concert. It was I'm trying to think what was like her song. Her her big song at that time. She was talking about, was it "Sick of Losing Soulmates"?
Oh God, probably.
I'm sick of losing soulmates. Yeah, it was that song.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she covered some 1975 songs.
I'd believe it. Yeah.
That was like, I mean, they're still popular, but that was like when they were like
Right.
the Tumblr. They were them.
Yeah. No kidding. This is cool.
Again, I don't know when you edit this or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you're gonna make some edits. You're gonna one take. You're gonna be like, I have to put these on screen. I have to.
No, I'm not going to. Because it's the style. I mean, maybe I'll. Okay, I forgot. I'm gonna have to edit this. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to take out. Oh, but what would I do besides take out that one section in the middle, and maybe include, where we were like talking about ideas.
Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess we could like.
I mean, we could leave it. Like, I don't know what we'd have to.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pilot. I like.
Yeah.
These are like the moment. I guess this is the point of a podcast. You want to feel like you're there. Feel like you're
right. That's why I'm. Yeah.
Talking.
That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna do a bunch of editing.
You want to feel like you're talking to us. But hey, it's already been like an hour. This is wild. I was like kind of concerned. I was like, I hope we have enough to talk about for an hour. But I'm like, now once we started, I was like, okay, yeah, this will be incredibly easy. I could do this like every single day theoretically. Like,
yeah, we could do this all the time.
I'm like, I could do this every single day. But this was tight. Yeah, hour 20. We're at hour 22.
Yeah.
Cameron, KILLA, watch our videos. Watch my videos.
Yeah.
Watch them all. Give us things if you want us to talk about it. The like
totally
5 people who will watch this. But I mean, that's the thing. You have to just I'm doing this just because it's something I want to do because I want to feed. I want something that I could put on my channel that is just content. Like, I want to put clips on my channel.
Right. I guess that's why I have to, because we got to get these clips out.
Yeah. But hey,
yeah.
Cameron, KILLA, for the algorithm, what makes the whites happy makes the blacks upset.
Always, it's a call and response.
The other names that we were tossing around was Midwest Emo, Gin and Juice, Kosher and Melanin. In my heart, we will always be Kosher and Melanin.
Kosher and Melanin.
In my heart, that's what we will be. Jew Black.
Jew Black.
This is called
Jew ain't black.
Jew ain't black.
Jew ain't black.
Blackface, whiteface.
Yeah. See, that was another idea we had, was he would do whiteface and I would do blackface.
That was the idea. And we came to the conclusion. I mean, this was a joke idea. Someone is going to clip this out of
to be clear.
This was a joke. This was not something that we were seriously considering. Like, we're going to do blackface and they're going to like it. This was a joke idea.
Oh, we got to watch more Black White, I think, maybe. Maybe, I don't know.
Is there more to go through?
There's a lot.
It was an Emmy award-winning show, right?
Emmy award-winning. They have a couple moments in there that are, I can't remember how far we got, but like, what's her name? The white mom like freaks out. Oh, we got to Bitchgate, right?
I don't remember.
The white mom gets really, really mad because she like offhandedly, there's some nuance there, but there's not a lot of nuance there. They're basically like, they're like, hey, white mom, don't offhandedly call people bitch. Even though she was reading off a piece of paper, but instead of just being like, oh, I was reading off a piece of paper, sorry, she's like, don't tell me what to do! Why are you yelling at me? And like just throws a fit for like 3 episodes. Like,
how many episodes did this show last? Was it 1 season?
It was 1 season. I can't remember if it was 5 or 10. I'm gonna say it was 5.
That's wild.
But
yeah, Cameron, KILLA. I want to buy the rights to a Cameron song just for.
Oh, I was looking for that like fuzzy pink thing that I left here that I wanted to wear on Halloween, but now I'm home, so I can just wear it. I should do that. The next
Yeah, but,
podcast episode, I'll be in my fuzzy pink theme.
Cameron, we talked about a variety of topics. This was not
We
that
sure
hard.
did.
This was pretty
No.
easy, actually. This was.
Yeah, I was a little bit. I was like, do we need to have like an outline going in so we can like stay on track? But we were fine.
This was easy. I mean,
Yeah.
we've talked. How many hours do you think? I don't know, mathematically, counting every movie we've seen and just the pre and after in general, we've spent a lot of time communicating. So yeah, this is a
Easy
thing. But
peasy.
Cameron, 8th grade. That's the latest video up right. Well, no, the latest video is Asian girls. Asian girls.
I've got 2 videos on deck. They'll be out
Man,
soon.
8th grade video almost has 100 likes, and you
Almost
said
has
at
100
100 likes. You would
I have
do
it.
something.
I have that other video edited, and it's all ready to go. And I'll even tag him in the description. I don't even care. I had a dream about him that like I don't even remember what it was, but he just like showed up in my dream, and I was like, "Oh, I just made a video about you," and he was like, "Yeah, I saw it," and I was like, "Oh,
You woke
okay."
up. You woke up like Tony Soprano having metaphorical dreams.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, this was tight.
Anyway,
I'm seeing.
fun.
This was fun. I theoretically
This was
could
fun.
do this. I could do this weekly. This is easy. This isn't hard. This is
Yeah,
much
for sure.
more like when we're watching movies. I'm like I have to engage. Like I have to comment on things that are happening. I am like I gotta tell a joke that'll make sense with the edit. I have to know
Yeah.
when to add the Twilight laugh at the right time. I have to do that. But this was
I'm
not
bullied.
hard.
I go on this channel to get bullied, I swear.
This was not hard. But yeah, for the algorithm, we did.
Yeah.
We gotta get channel art.
We need a
as well.
logo. We need a, what did you say we need?
Channel art, like a banner.
Channel. Yeah, I gotta do all that.
Yeah.
Should we pose? Should we pose for pictures for the
thumbnail? Let me
or
look
no?
at the
Oh my
camera.
god! Should I make little cartoon drawings of us? And
Can you draw?
I can draw.
I'm just adding thumbnail art. Just. But yeah, this was nice.
Figure
This
that
was
out.
fun.
This was fun.
Cameron, hope you had a I know you had a formal Jewish dinner before this.
I did not have a formal I didn't even get to talk about. I was going to tell you what we talked about at dinner, but because we had a very wild conversation. But there's no time.
There's no.
We'll save it for the next episode.
Save it for the
Yeah.
next. Remember it and then save it.
We had a conversation that I was like, oh, I got to tell him about this when I get on the, and then I didn't. It was not a formal Jewish dinner.
Oh man.
It was. But you know what? We'll say it was. I was in an evening gown that went to my ankles.
Yeah, Cameron. Because
Yeah.
we're gonna have to stay on while this processes anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'll
gang
explain.
gang signs that I'm not affiliated with.
Oh my god, wait, one more thing before we go. We were looking at, my aunt gave us these, she made like for Mother's Day, she made these books of like every year on Hanukkah, we would all get together and take pictures in front of the menorah. And in two of the pictures, one of my cousin, oh,
Is happening?
okay. I don't know what that was
What?
about.
What was
What
that?
was that? Is it when I do this?
Wait, say menorah. In front of
Menorah.
the menorah, because it happened when
Okay,
you
wait.
said.
We did Hanukkah. We would take pictures in front of the menorah, and in two of the pictures, my cousin, I don't know what that was about. Okay.
That was freaky.
So we noticed that my cousin, the one that is my age, in 2 different years was throwing up gang signs in the pictures. And then one year my older cousin was throwing up gang signs.
You were repping the
We were
Dreidel
like, why are
gang.
we all throwing up gang signs in our Hanukkah pictures? I don't even need to include this. We can just
The Dreidel gang. You were in there.
Dreidel gang.
But yeah,
Um,
Cameron. For the algorithm.
Yeah.
For the algorithm.
What
To
the
the
algorithm?
5 people who will watch this.
5 the algorithm.